You better wake up and get it. Ain't got no time for no quitting. Your pockets might be on midget, but that's called temporary digit. Get off the couch and get lifted and say that this how we did it. Cause it all started with a podcast called Separate Living. Let's go.
Welcome to the Separate Living Podcast with your host Kam
and Kennie.
And today we're going to talk about discipline. And the Google definition of discipline is the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience.
I still really like that definition. It's really powerful.
So what's your definition on discipline?
So my definition is basically with discipline, you need discipline when motivation isn't there. Because I am guilty myself of sitting in bed, watching videos motivating me to study. And then I'll do it, but then I'll get burnt out again. So I kind of had to shift into a mindset of just because I'm not motivated doesn't mean I don't need to do it.
Right.
Because there's been plenty of times where I have known I need to do something
and didn't. And
don't do it just based off of motivation itself. Yeah. And I realized that is very wrong. Mm-hmm. It's very wrong.
Yeah, like I feel like as adults, I feel like we need to still have that discipline as far as getting up in the morning when our alarm goes off, going to work even when we don't feel like it. Just, doing exactly what we need to do because, like, as kids, we hear, well, I got to do this or I got to do that. Like, I got to wash the dishes or I have to do this and do that. But that's actually building discipline. But as soon as we grow up, it's just like, I'm grown now. I don't have to do nothing. But it's like, you're grown. You have options. Mm-hmm. But are you disciplined?
Can we circle back to the alarm thing real quick?
Okay.
I really want to get that off my chest.
Okay.
So when you set an alarm, just a personal question here.
Okay.
When you set an alarm, do you have just one alarm? Or are you the type of person that sets multiple alarms like 5 minutes apart and don't wake up to either one of them?
Okay, so I have like my first alarm to wake up. Like to, get out of bed. And then my next alarm is like, how do I explain this? Like, okay, so I have a wake up alarm. Then I have a get ready for work alarm. Then I have a you finna be late to work alarm.
Okay.
If y'all have that, comment down below. By the way, also, if you haven't already, take out the time, like, subscribe, and comment down below on this podcast, on this channel. Do what you do, Separate Living. So, I had to throw that out.
As you should.
I did, yeah.
As you should.
But, so, going back to the whole alarm thing, I do have multiple alarms. I don't need them, but I do it anyway.
How do you feel about that?
What are you doing?
No, we continue.
Okay. She loves that microphone.
Man, what?
Okay. But I do have multiple alarms.
Okay.
And that's just to keep myself on track because I sometimes become disobedient.
Right.
When I need to be disciplined.
I mean, it's okay to mess up every now and then.
Of course.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Perfection is a construct that I feel is unattainable.
Yeah.
It's an opinion, not a fact.
Mm-hmm.
But the alarm thing, the reason why I bring that up is because, one, I'm looking to the camera for this. For one,
okay,
if you are that type of person who will set an alarm, it's blasting. Everyone else can hear it except for you. You know you got to get up, but you just keep hitting snooze. Mm-hmm. And it's just disruptive. You are a villain.
Explain that.
Look, because let me tell you something.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation to where maybe you've had like a sleepover or something, and the person, or just with a friend or like a significant other, and their alarm is just constantly going off. You're sitting there like, is you gonna get up or what?
I had those experiences in college.
College, prime example,
them dorms,
college.
Yeah.
The dorms, get up. Like, I'm still asleep. Or it's like the fact that I'm ready to get up.
And I can hear your alarm.
And I can hear your
in my dreams.
And you still sleep. If I look over and you not budging, I'm gonna want to commit crimes like that.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason why this alarm is so loud. It wakes me up, but you are still low-key asleep.
Not even low key. You just
sitting there.
Yeah.
That's not very disciplined.
Okay, so do you think that the alarm is actually like necessary?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you think? I'm sorry. Why do you say that?
Well, from like just number one, from a scientific standpoint.
Okay.
Because REM sleep. When we're in REM sleep, you're deep up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, because have you ever had a situation where it's like your alarm was not set either for the right time or not set at all, and you slept past the alarm?
Yeah,
like
that 7 a.m.
I'm waking up at 9 if that's not
No.
if that's not on.
That 7 a.m. was supposed to go off, but it went off at 7 p.m.
That's the painful one.
I've done
That's
that
the one that make you feel it in your chest.
Yeah.
You be like,
Yeah, I did it before.
But see, now that you bring that up, there are the reverse instances where you think, like when you woke up, it's the time in which you're supposed to wake up, you got an extra 3 hours.
Well, they hurt your feelings only because, okay, so I've done that too, and comment down below if you've done this same situation. So have you woke up out of some good sleep before the alarm went off? Like you were saying, like it's 3 hours before the alarm. That's how you cry.
I love that because it means I get 3 extra hours.
Oof. Wait, you're disciplined
Because don't
in
let you
that.
wake up 15 minutes before.
Oh, you rushing?
Tears.
You rushing?
Tears, just like my alarm didn't even go off.
Yeah.
I look over and pray that I have some hours left to go. I hope that I woke up at 2 a.m. and I ain't gotta wake up till 7. Pray for that.
But then, sometimes when you're comfortable in your bed, you want to, you just want to lay there. Even though you got,
Don't let you flip the pillow over.
Oh,
It's over. And it's all cold.
man.
And then it's like, that it really hit when we was in school because, we had to get up real early. And you look outside and you finna get ready to go to school and it be all foggy and the grass be a little wet. And it's like...
Not the picture. She didn't run the whole picture with
Because
it.
you got to think, because then it's like, ooh, that's how you know. And then, like, the air, for some reason, just smells like I'm getting ready to go to school.
And then, speaking of school, let's talk about
Crisp.
that. So let's talk about that. So, when you're in school, the discipline... No, I'm sorry. Let's go back. So, when you're in school, everybody start with A's, right? Like, on your very first day of school. Think of that. So, when you start school, everybody start with A's. But the discipline kicks in when you take tests and you don't study and you get what you get. When your your grades, we ain't even gonna go into that. But
let's be real. Did you study in like middle school and high school?
Nope.
No. What was the study? Maybe for like a final exam. That's about it, though.
I'm not gonna give away those bad habits. I'm gonna only give hustle habits.
It was the commercial smile for me. That was deep.
I'm sorry, but yeah. I tried to throw it off.
It was so wide.
But like when you're in school, it's just like you already know what to do. But it's like you just wanna you're curious. That's what I'm gonna say. When you're in school, you're curious. So it's like that discipline thing. It's just like whatever. But then after you graduate and you go off to college and your parents don't wake you up at whatever time in the morning, you got to do it yourself. That's when discipline really kicking in, because it's like from grades from K through 12 or even ECE pre-K, like from then to your senior year, it's like you're practicing discipline. But as soon as you graduate and get your diploma, it's just like These are your tools. Now go use them.
Because 8 a.m. in high school and 8 a.m. in college is 2 different hours.
Oh man, say that one more time for the people in the back.
8 a.m. in high school and 8 a.m. in college. 2 totally different things.
Man, so explain the difference between 8 a.m. high school and 8 a.m. college.
Let's think about this. Let's think about the fact that getting up at 6:45, I rode the bus, was like nothing to us because we had already been conditioned from kindergarten to like 12 to get up early.
Yeah.
So it was nothing to us. So school let's talk about the fact that you don't know if you're going to go to school and it's a fight for the be at 7:30 in the morning. It's like they scheduled that.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do we have time to do all this? How do we have all this energy to do all this? Because it's the fact that we were basically forced to get up at that time. We had to go to school. We were
That's
already
building that
conditioned,
discipline.
But it instantly broke when we got that freedom. Because 8 a.m. in college, it's pain.
So for those of you that don't know, whenever you are transitioning from high school to college, you make up your own schedule. So if you want to do an 8 a.m. class, you can do it in college, but in high school, no, you got to be there.
You have to pray and hope that all them seats not taken for something besides the 8 a.m. But now sometimes you had no choice.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was good to go ahead and get the class out of the way. It's just, but honey, my brain not working at 8 a.m. I would have to have already been up and got a little routine started and had a coffee, maybe some water, already been going for my brain to be ready. But if I'm just struggling to make it, the discipline. Did not have the discipline for 8 a.m.
Like me personally, like I would tell anybody, if you do not have that discipline for 8 a.m. class, 8 a.m. course in college, don't do it.
Sometimes I ain't got no choice. But if you do have a choice, don't do that.
Okay, so if you do have a choice, be disciplined and go ahead and do it. But if you don't, try to stay away from it. Try as hard as you can.
As hard as you can, because I don't know how y'all did it, but we picked our classes ourselves.
Right.
When I was at Tech, at Wiley, we don't do that, but at Tech, we picked our classes ourselves, so it was just the pain of being like, oh my God, I gotta hurry up. And then it's like, we had to have a certain amount of hours, depending on when we could sign up for classes, so it was like, the pain of knowing that all the seats was closed and all the other good options, and you had to settle for an option.
But see, if you was disciplined enough, you would go ahead and take care of that. Like, take care of your fall classes in the spring.
We didn't go about it like that.
Quarterly, yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
We didn't go about it like that. Finally, it's just we take something. They'd be like, this is what you should take, and we'll put you in it. I'm like, okay. Graduation coming up, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Look at it. Big stunt.
I ain't gonna fuck something else.
All right. But, so do you have any questions as far as, like, with discipline that we can discuss?
I think that was okay. So my next question for you is like, why is discipline important to you?
Okay, so I say discipline is important to me because you have to. Okay, so I'm gonna say it like this: if you want to be successful, you have to start with discipline, because that discipline is gonna be the difference between you waking up at 8 a.m. or you waking up at 6 a.m. Like, because so with the 6 a.m. Okay, let's just say if you have to be somewhere at 10. If you waking up at 8 o'clock, that means you got 2 hours to get there, get ready and get there. But if you wake up at 6, it's just like, okay, I can take my time instead of rushing. But you have to contain yourself and make sure that, because me personally, I've developed this thing called planning.
Love a good plan.
This thing called planning, you have to plan things out, and that's part of discipline too. Like that's definitely something that's detrimental when it comes to planning. I mean, when it comes to discipline, you have to plan things out. That's what I'll say. Like, you have to first plan things out before you actually just start doing what you need to do.
Having a planner is essential to my every day.
Yeah.
I have to have a planner. I have to have a calendar.
Yeah.
I used to have like nothing going for myself, so now that I have stuff like going for myself, especially class, if I did not have a planner, I've tested it. I'm like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh man.
Don't, because you'd be like, ooh, I thought I had like one assignment. I got 3. Ooh. And then it's like, you forget due dates. Like your brain, you know good and well that your brain's not going to be able to process all them due dates.
You got a plan.
If I couldn't process due dates on the quarter system, I know good and well I can't process due dates. Semester. What's this though? Some semesters give you time. Quarter, we fought for our life every week.
Every week?
Every week. Now I can just kind of like lay back and just chill and be like, oh, okay, I got time. I got time.
But don't procrastinate.
Don't. Procrastination and discipline are sisters, if not cousins.
We gonna say they sisters. No,
probably
cousins. Yeah, we gonna say cousins.
Cousins. Because discipline is more positive, procrastination is more negative.
Yeah. Say that one more time. Say what you just said. You said something right there. Discipline is what?
Discipline is more positive, and procrastination is more negative.
So let's talk about that. So, story time. So, whenever there seemed to be, and this is when I was growing up. Let me talk about myself. So, whenever, this felt like embarrassment, but it's cool. So, whenever I was younger, I would do things that I wasn't supposed to be doing, and I would get this.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Whenever so when I was in, let's just go back to elementary school.
Right.
So I was a very talkative kid. Yes.
All right.
So I had a very talkative problem when I was younger, but now I get paid to talk. But we're gonna talk about that later. But use your gift. The Bible says your gift will make room for you. We'll talk about that later. But when I was younger, I used to have a very, very severe talking issue. You know, some kids they were shy. They didn't want to talk at all. But I had the complete opposite. I would talk, and it would get to a point where I had to get disciplined because of my talking, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just went to a whole other level of discipline.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
It's levels.
Punishment.
It was necessary. Some things, some disciplinary actions are necessary.
If I got yelled at, I cried. It felt horrible. So I mean.
I got both.
I got both.
Yeah.
Did it turn me? Did that really help? No. Let's be real. No, it doesn't. No.
I had some attitude adjusters in my life.
Maybe.
So.
Maybe you.
I had some attitude adjusters.
That's
whenever.
Surprising, because you just don't seem like that type of.
Oh, of course, because I'm humble. I have stories.
Oh,
yeah. But she talking about gold river. But I had to, I had to go through those punishments because I was disobedient. Like I didn't ever understand what the word disobedient meant until, it was broken down. Like, and that's where discipline comes from. You have to stop thinking that just because no one is on you that you necessarily doing the right thing.
Because that was a really good one. Because you have to at the same time be able to correct yourself.
Oh yeah.
If you can't correct yourself, what makes you think that when someone's giving you genuine criticism, like I asked for feedback, right? I'm the type of person, I always feel like I'm doing something wrong and I want to know what I can do to make it right. Just for people to be like, Kenny, like, you're fine. I'm like, am I though? Because I've been around people that are complete opposite and they infuriate me. Because why do you think like that? I'm not entirely sure, but it's
we're gonna talk about mindset too.
Yeah.
In another future.
But at the same time, it's because they also lack self-discipline.
Let's talk about self-control, self-discipline.
Controlling your emotions. All ties into that.
Man.
It's a whole big spectrum.
Comment down below your definition of discipline and your opinion on today's society and discipline. Because Yeah, because I would like to know exactly what are your you all thoughts. Like, I mean, of course, because me and Kenny, we have our thoughts that we're sharing with you. But let us know how y'all feel about discipline down below.
I'll read it.
Oh, of course, and we're gonna talk about them too.
Yes.
Yeah. So, self-discipline. Do you feel like the older you get, the harder that actually is? Like the whole self-discipline thing. Like, like you were saying, when you're younger, your parents woke you up. Well, God woke you up, but your parents, was like, "Hey, let's go to school."
And they leave the light on.
Or
Just to make sure you did.
Or they throw water on you.
That's going too far.
Yeah, it's okay.
But okay.
Discipline.
No.
I know. But self-discipline is very important, especially when you graduate high school, when you graduate college, and you end up being on your own. It's like them dishes in there that you didn't want to wash when you was younger. Them your dishes.
Them your dishes.
That's yours.
Not everybody is blessed with a dishwasher. The dishwasher to run your electric bill up and your water bill.
I still to this day I've never seen one.
I'm not comfortable using them just because
I don't trust them.
And she's like, no, wash them.
Yeah, use your hands.
See, I would like to. Only way I like to wash. I'm only disciplined with dishes if I'm using the specific palm olive pink soap. I will
It's the
wash
specifics.
some dishes. The reason why I don't like washing dishes is because sometimes when someone runs dishwater, it gets cold, and then I have to touch in there, and don't let there be food in there. Scrambled egg residue makes me want to fight. So you've never just reached into some water you like with some food residue in it. But because you were disciplined, you knew you still had to do the dishes.
Man.
You still were uncomfortable. You still did that.
But see, now, I mean, then I hated dishes. Now I'm just like, no, this my mess. I gotta clean it up.
It's kind of therapeutic now. Like when you get older, you're like, clean it.
Clean it? Yeah, okay, clean it. I thought it was just in dishes, but.
Well, I mean, it counts.
Yeah. Like, this is your house? Because, I mean, when we was young, you just like, I can't wait till I get my own. Now you do.
You can't stand the dishes being in there. Now you kind of see, it's kind of flipped. It's like, now I see what she was tripping about. I can't do it. I clean something every day because I can't do it.
And then another thing. So, let me say this like this. If you don't know where to start when it comes to self-discipline, just start with this simple thing. After you wake up every morning, after you say your prayers, make up your bed.
Make up your bed.
That just like that will start so much.
I did not know what people meant by that.
That will start off your day. Like
A good note, best note.
best though.
The bed is such a huge step.
Like start making up your bed, and just when you're done, just look at it. Take a picture if you want to. It'll last longer.
That makes me feel good.
Just take a picture.
I make my bed every day ever since
I didn't at first.
I mean, when you getting into it, yeah, but every day.
But in the morning, I just I gotta.
I gotta make time.
Yeah.
To do it, I will sacrifice something else to make sure I do it.
Like discipline. It literally starts like your whole day as far as discipline decisions. Just start fold up your.
There's also a book called Make Your Bed that I highly recommend.
There's a book called Make Your
I
Bed.
will be Make Your Bed. I will be doing
Do what you do.
It's called Make Your Bed. I read it. I was like, wow. You're right.
Make your bed.
Go off.
Discipline. It's and then another thing is, I feel like what people run away when it comes to discipline is when you hear discipline, you think of pain.
Because that's what we associate it with.
Yeah.
That's how we grow up.
Yeah. It's just like, if you don't do this, then you will be disciplined. And it's just like,
No. There's types of discipline.
Yeah,
It's
and
all
yeah,
in the same category, but it's types of discipline.
and most people run away from it because it's just like I don't want to deal with pain.
It's the trauma behind it.
Oh yeah,
Trauma is like a huge factor in how humans function. Period. Like
Yeah.
why a human is the way that they are, despite them not having discipline, is normally because of trauma.
yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it is because of trauma. And then some people be like, "Oh, that's not trauma. That's just life." Life is traumatic.
I was just gonna say yeah.
Life is very traumatic. Even the small traumas, they
Yeah.
count. Trauma in general counts.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't just repress that, just like you shouldn't repress self-discipline.
Mm.
But we do it. Why? Because we're scared of it.
I'm scared to face yourself.
Scared to hop out of your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
The comfort zone is definitely a big reason why people don't remain disciplined, because they're used to being comfortable with them not doing it.
Mm-hmm. Nobody holding a hand or telling them, hey, look, you need to get up and clean your room.
I have authority issues. I hate being told what to do, because if I done woke up and I know what I'm gonna do with my day, and I'm planning it out in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna make my bed, I'm gonna clean the bathroom, let somebody tell me do it. I'm not doing it. Why? Because I'm not gonna do it because you told me to do it. I'm gonna do it because I was self-disciplined enough to make that decision to do it because I wanted to do it.
Ooh, and don't you hate when, and we just gonna say a parent, for example, don't you hate when you're already doing something and a parent just say, hey, go do this? It's just like,
I don't want to do it no more.
it's just like, but I'm literally like,
I'm thinking about it. You can't hear my thoughts, but
like,
how do you know if I'm gonna do it or not if you didn't tell me?
or no, I'm saying while you're doing it, it's like because they won't leave their room. 9 out of 10, they just gonna say, hey, go wash the dishes. I'm washing them. Wash. Do you not hear the water? Shh.
Okay, that was a very
Do you
rare
not hear the
instance,
water?
and I have to, yeah. It's like go clean the bathroom. I'm cleaning it.
I'm literally doing it. Like I'm trying to build self-discipline, but it's just like,
When you are babysitting me,
don't remind me,
don't do it.
because it's just
I'm
like
not gonna do it.
I don't want to do it in the first place, but I'm gonna have to.
But at the same time, when you get that self-discipline and it's like, I'm doing it because I want to, because it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Do not destroy my own self-discipline with your own beliefs of what I'm doing.
Say that again.
Do not destroy my own self-discipline because of your beliefs on what I'm doing.
That's a quote.
I've never heard that quote in my life, so I'm going to quote that.
Oh, of course. It's yours. It's yours
Mine
for the rest of your life.
for the rest of my life, because it's like,